Hello. Hello, everyone. Stopping in to do a quick live, trying to get up on my phone. Welcome. I feel like my camera's not in the right place. For those who don't know, my name's Corrie Thorne Cameron. And I like to come in and do some energy updates and sometimes pull some cards for people. And we just never know what's coming. And we never know when I'm showing up. That's the other thing. But I'm here now, here to stop in. And I'm just trying to see if where I am. So this should be broadcasting on Facebook and on YouTube. I know I have the option now to connect this Be Live into TikTok as well. Not sure if I want to go there, don't know. But the option is there. But this is my main page. This is my main page. This and YouTube are my main two pages. And also, hold on. And also, I do not message people. And I don't start up new Facebook pages, accounts. Woo! Or Instagram accounts. So I don't message people, ask them if you want readings or asking for if you want a message. I don't do that. So if you ever get those, that's never, ever, ever me. So just be aware. There's so much stuff going on out now, and they're now including being able to kind of get access to our faces. And oh, my husband's calling. Can everybody hear me okay? Am I coming up? Is everything okay on the sounds? Hello, Shaiva. Oh, and MJ and Jody, hi. And Jennifer, hello. So we are on both. Yay. I forgot to message my sister-in-law. I'm supposed to message her because she's not getting her notifications. Hello, Caitlin. Hold on. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Linda, hello. Hello, Carol Ann. And Marilyn, hello. And Carlene, hi. And who else we got? Patricia, hi. Anyone I'm missing? Tracy, hello. Linda Green, hello. Marilyn, I think I said hello. Felicia, hello. Okay. You see me have to get right up close there? That's because, I could probably put these things on my eyes to have to look at that. It's pretty sad when you have to wear, I have to wear different reading glasses. So I wear a different pair of reading glasses for when I'm on my phone because I need to wear like a 3.25 when I'm close up, and when I'm on the computer I have to wear like a 2.25 because if not I'm like in here in the screen. Oh, just aging eyes just sucks. Wendy, hello. So anyone else feeling the energy? We got a lot of energy happening. I just finished recording February's energy update. I don't have it posted, but I finished recording it today. And I'm like, oh, we could use a shift in energy. We could so use a shift. Hello, Linda Heffert. So miss Linda Heffert. I hear you might be getting some new neighbors. And Teddy, hi. Okay. So this energy, and I've been sitting here and I can tell you there is like, as I was sitting waiting to come in and just kind of tapping back in again, I'm like, wow, it feels like it's like you can be pulled in every single direction right now with how much is happening, with what's going on in the world, like just the shifts, the changes, the the endings and new beginnings of things. But people, that's one thing. But there is so much, like, there is just a lot happening. People really have a lot happening. And one thing that I always say when when we have so many things that are taking place is, being able to reach out and ask for support, or ask for prayers, or ask for help, those type of things. Like, that's vulnerability, but it's also sometimes a necessity. People can't sometimes change the situation people are in, but to just know that people are there just holding space for you, holding space. That is something that's important. I don't know, what everyone has going on, but I feel like everyone, like, people are just, there's just so many people who got so much that is happening. I count my blessings and my lucky stars for, some of the things that are blessings that are coming or happening in life. But there's a lot of things going on, a lot happening in the world. So anyway, I just wanted to stop in, and I'm just going to quickly pull a few cards for everyone. Probably not no big messages. I'm on a week off from working with clients this week. What I'm doing this week is recordings and resting and taking a bit of a breather, bit of a break. But I am contemplating, and I don't know for sure. I on this weekend, past weekend, I facilitated a connecting to spirit workshop, and I've had several people reach out to me and ask if I would teach it, if I would offer it online. And I am contemplating offering, possibly, if I get enough interest, to offer this same workshop out on possibly Sunday, either Sunday or Monday this coming week. So I am thinking about offering it out as an online thing. And I know it would be like quick. I don't often offer these classes that fast, but I'm contemplating it. So I'm just wondering, how many people would be interested in a, 3 hour, probably 2 hour, like, no more than 2 hours, no more than 2 hours, like a 2 hour type of workshop, could be 2.5. But if that would be something that people would be interested in, of course, it's not going to be a free one. It would be definitely a charge. Um, it would probably be around $65, I'm thinking. So if that's something people be interested in, I'd love for you to post something, because if there is enough interest, I think I will probably do that, because it's about being able, it also brings about healing. So if you're interested in something online like that, possibly coming up right away here, let me know. I'm only working another couple weeks, and then I'm off to Newfoundland. I'm going to Newfoundland for 2 weeks. So I'm going to be there. I will be working with my online clients. So if you have an appointment booked in that time in February, don't worry. You'll still have your session. You'll still have your session with me. I am just going to visit my family. Yes, Jennifer, everyone needs a breather. We don't take enough breaks. No, we've been very push, and the energy has been very push. We get this like false motivation type of thing. January hits, and it's like, oh my God, you got to go now. You got to get going. And everybody, like, not everyone, a lot of people get in that kind of like, oh my God, I got to get going now, get doing. But it's not always, the what people, it's not what we need. Is sometimes we need that breather, that slow down, and give ourselves time to ask ourselves, what is it I want to do next? What is it that where do I want to go next? What am I interested in? And not feeling that such a rush to get going again. But we're going to see a shift coming up with February as well. Hello, everyone who's joining in. I lost my connection on my phone. It's easier for me to see. Don't know why. Whoa. Am I gone all wonky on the screen? I can do that. I can definitely say hello to everyone for you. Okay. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Audrey. I'm like, what just happened to my screen? Yeah, it went totally wonky. I'm like, what is that? Wow. Okay. I'm back. I'm telling you, the energy. Okay, so let me open with a card and then I will pull a few random cards for people. Like I said, I'm not going to do any of the big, heavy messages today. I don't think that's what's coming. I feel like just pull a few cards and get a few cards in for people. And I'm burning the abundance. I think I'm burning the abundance incense behind me. So where are we? I just got that song, Two of Hearts. I don't remember what it's called. Two of Hearts. I just got this song in my head. It's like Two of Hearts. I don't know what, it was a pop song. And I don't know when it came out, but I just remember this song. And this song just started playing in my head. So funny. And so the card that comes up for us is the Six of Air. And we have Zedekiel. And I love this little puppy that's in this picture. But it's about revisiting old dreams or plans, and it could be about children and childrenhood, but it's about our inner child and the return of people or romances from our past, or romanticizing how things used to be. So this is romanticizing about how things used to be is the biggest kind of, it robs us of our present moment, because we have this, when we romanticize about how things used to be, is we only have a limited perspective of the way things used to be. We only have, the way we remember things is by the, what we hold on to, what we hold. So when we say like, oh, we had the most perfect, so let's just say, for example, if we said, oh, we had the most perfect family, our childhood was great, our parents never fought, our parents never disagreed, we never had to worry about this or that. And it's coming from the perspective of the child who existed within the home. But that doesn't mean it's all true. And so when you try to recreate that in your own life, and you're like, well, I don't want to have fights in my house, and I don't want to have this in my house. And I will say to clients, but you do know that there probably was arguments in your house. You may not have seen them because you weren't the adult. But the difference is, today you're the adult. Today you are the adult in the story. And in the previous experience, you were the child. So you only knew the perspective of the child. And if the perspective of the child is the view that now you're trying to meet all these, have the world meet this expectation, or your dreams to meet this expectation of this image that was only an illusion, then you're always trying to create an illusion. You're not existing in a truth, and you're not existing in a reality. And a reality is, fights happen, arguments happen, disagreements happen. How we fight is a different thing, but there is not a perfect family or a perfect home or a perfect situation. So sometimes those scenarios in our lives that we try to recreate is we're trying to recreate them the from a story that we've created, but not directly from a truth. And sometimes that it doesn't lead us into that, sometimes interferes in us being able to live in our own reality in a healthier way. So the other part of this is a part of the energy that I was recording today for February is seeing the past return, is seeing the past coming back again in our lives. Phoebe, stop. Phoebe. See, aggression. There's an aggression over there. She's shredding the freaking pillows. Wow, so true. Resonating, right? Does it make sense? Right. And so I've been making your lives. You finally, yeah, good job. Good thing. I'm glad you're here. The 80s. Yes, Teddy. It is from the 80s, that song. Stacy Q. Yeah, so it is, Teddy. Thank you for that, for the song. I don't know why that's coming up. So there's a lot of things about our past, the reminisce, right? It's like, oh, remember the good old days, right? And this truly causes us to really truly then suffer in and create misery in our own lives because we remember how we thought things were. Well, we never had those problems, or the world didn't have those problems. So this is one of the key ones, is people say, well, things weren't as bad back then. No, you didn't have such a relationship with the whole world back then. You only knew what was happening in your little world. And now you know so much. We know more. And it wasn't that it didn't exist. We just didn't know it. We were totally oblivious to so many other things that were happening because we didn't have access to that information. And so a part of the thing that we have now is we have information overload. And now we have too much information, and that it's hard for us to decipher that sometimes. Phoebe, so I own these white pillows you see on those chairs. They're alpaca. I bought them at the store like that. I didn't. And I'm like, I didn't realize they were actually real until I went to wash them, and they're actually like the hide. And my cat I'm going to show you. My cat is look, shredding the pillows. She started this on Saturday, and now she's like shred. I'm like, and the only time she does it is if I'm in a session or when I'm on live. So I was in a session on Saturday with somebody, Saturday morning. She did the same thing. Soon as I started my live, she started again. I'm like, oh my God, you little shit. So yeah. And so now we have this information overload. And so what we have coming up and what we have coming in is all of this like backlog of memories, as if when we're going back to wipe out our pictures and stuff in our phone or clean up our phone. So there's a cleaning up of energy that's happening. And so when we have this cleanup of energy happening, is that we also then get these memories and stuff coming in. So you may have these memories popping up, or you may randomly be hearing from people from the past, all part of that energy, all part of whatever we got going on. And so it's in the cards. It literally is in the cards. And this is also a very good card about beginning relationships and the beginning of something new. And it could be somebody reaching out an olive branch. So you may have someone from your past that's reaching out an olive branch to you, that may be saying, I am so sorry. I didn't know this back then, or I didn't get this back then. And do you want to talk, or do you want to meet up, or whatever that is? That may also be showing up as well. You may also be seeing that. That may be appearing in this energy as well. So don't be surprised by that, or also don't be disillusioned by that. A part of inner child healing and a part of shadow work is to really look back and see things from the perspective of who you are today. Not to see our past from where we once were, but from the perspective of who we are today and from where we are today. And I feel like there's such a shift in in really truly rewiring that brain's ability to connect, and how we connect and the way we connect, and to be able to get there faster is not to have to keep drudging through, but is to say from who I am today, from right here, and then also our ability to be able to see it in a movie view, like you're sitting in a theater and you're the audience. And so when we do this, we often have you sit like you're in the audience and you're looking at that movie and you see it, in front of you and ahead of you, but it's like there's a stop point. And so we stop. What happens with our memories so often is we stop at the place of where we want to stop, and then we don't finish watching the reel. We don't finish watching the rest of the story. And that's how so much of the news, like what we're being fed, the information we're being fed, is we're being fed the bits and pieces for reaction, for responses, and for a narrative, right? And so we get bits and pieces, but we're not getting the whole thing. So in healing work that we do in coaching is that we guide you through getting the whole information. We got to see the whole picture. We got to look at the whole picture, and we got to be able to see the perspective from a different perspective and from a new perspective, and seeing things differently. And when we can shift our mindset that way, the story changes. The story so often changes. I got to put that out. It's blowing in my face. Okay, so I'm just going to pull some cards for people. And I'm just going to do random cards. I'm not going to answer like the big, I'm not going to do big mediumship questions. And why am I not going to do big mediumship things? Because I'm not in the space. But I will pull a card for people. So, and wherever you are, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, I'll see the messages. It's just if you're on Facebook, you will not see the people's messages from YouTube, and YouTube, you will not see the Facebook messages. But I'm going to answer some questions. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards. Hi, Miss Jules. I am going to pull some cards on here. Okay. Hi, everyone who's joining in, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to start with who asked first? It was way up here, I seen. I seen was it Dealey? Dealey. I just lost cards on the floor. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Bear with me. Yes, you are there. Okay. So I'm going to pull the first card for you. It actually jumped out on the floor. But I don't know if that's my card, though. I think that just fell out. So I'm just going to leave it for now. Let's just see, dealer. So I have pulled the Queen of Earth. And so this really, truly, this card is about you. And so the first card that I pulled, was, the first card that I pulled was about like a loss of peace of mind or personal freedom. And it was about other people's actions. And it was a material loss, like something in the material world. And it was just saying, gather your shit and run and don't look back. And it was just like, don't look back. Don't go back. There's nothing back there. Like, get away. Like, they don't have your best interest. Like, something is just saying that don't have your best interest. and it's like you take all of your swords and go. Take all the pieces of you and run. And then I pulled the queen. And this queen is like the queen of pentacles. And it's like she's practical, she's logical, and she has this beautiful little rabbit, which is the fertility. And about creating your life, being in a charge. This is about your authority. And I'm just like, yeah, girl. This is the time, the energy of really taking back your power and really stepping into your life and what it is that you want to unfold. So the he's was this really powerful sense of like, I was feeling like this sense of feeling from going from feeling, hurt, sad to feeling like, F this, I'm doing this and I'm taking my power back and I'm taking my life back and I'm just doing this and I'm finally sitting on my own throne and just trusting myself to make my choices, make my decisions. And if people try to get back into my life that that threw me away in the beginning or just kind of threw away my kindness or took advantage of it, that's not the people that I want. And so there is that sense of really taking power and taking your power and taking your chance back. Yeah. And so that card came flying out of the deck, and the card that came out with it was on top of it was that queen. And so that healing of the heart, that growth, but from every situation that we're put in of where someone where it feels like somebody takes our power or takes that light away, is they can't take the power and they can't take the light. It just dims for a period of time. And then something sparks it again, and something sparks that sense of renewal. So I feel like for you there is fertility. So it feels like something new is coming into your life and something good is coming into your life. And it's like you got to be available, but you got to be in your own power for that good to get into your life. Because I'm like, it feels really good to me. That's exactly what's happening. Perfect. There's your validation for you. There is your validation for you. Shaman. I've been lurking, just listening while doing other things. Oh, just lurking around. Okay. Wendy Heap. Wendy Heap. Don't worry, I'm going to jump around a little bit here. Wendy Heap. I am switching cards here, Wendy, for you. You are so welcome. Wendy Heap. Let's see what the cards got for you today. Wendy, you got some conflicting energy around you. So I've pulled the 5 of Fire for you. And I just feel like it's like there is so much that's happening. I just feel like it's just like all of these. I feel very much like there is like there's too much shit going on. There's too much shit going on. There's too much going on, Wendy. And because I feel like you're trying to either please everyone or trying to make everyone happy or make everything good or make everything feel okay, is you're actually not making yourself happy. It's just like there is like almost like you go, it's almost like you've tread it backwards a little bit, like something has, but it's not sitting well with your heart. You're either saying yes or you're something is not sitting right with your heart. And I feel like whatever's going on, it's bothersome, like it's really bothering you. You either once again either stepped up and did something that you knew that was like, how you put your all into trusting people and then they burn their bridges, but then you let them build a new bridge, but they keep burning the bridges. I just feel like it's like, just keep burning the bridges, but you keep letting that back in, or you keep saying yes, even though you know you shouldn't say yes. And so there is some real kind of battle, but it's a battle between the heart and the mind. Like, you're really challenged. Like, there's a lot of struggles between the heart and the mind, and that sense of, being played somehow. I feel like you're like being played somehow. You keep like that sense of hope. We don't want to lose hope, but the more we get disheartened by the behaviors of others that are around us, is that um we can't really move forward. We get stuck. And so there's something that is like a stuck energy, that's the repeat cycle, that it's like, okay, you got to pull one out. Like, something has to be released, or something has to be resolved. And so, burnt by a scammer. Okay. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, how do we fall for that, right? And that's not a, like, it's so easy, it can happen to anyone. But it is, I'm like, and it just feels like there is just like, oh, so it's like, what you have to pull out what you have to pull out of this, what sword you have to pull out, is the one that you keep kind of being like torturing yourself over this, and how you keep torturing yourself over this. And it's like, and so um I a level of a level of kind of being too trusting, um or not checking something, is what comes up. My heart hurts for you. Like, I feel that pain, like I feel that pain deep. And so I just feel like it's like, so this is a really like an outside energy, right? And so I pulled the 8 of fire, and I feel like once you pulled this sword up and out, and get your shit back, like really stop being so hard on yourself about all of this. And it's like, you're just going to build a bigger wall of protection that's around you, that you question things more, you don't so quickly respond to either emails or checking. But you also, it kind of affects a lot of areas in your life, because when this happens, and what it costs you is that, um it, how do I put this for you? How am I getting this? And I'm getting it all coming in this side, like it's like powering in. And so, yes, trusting until I am burnt. Exactly. Right. And so it's like, what they're giving me, is you finally pulling. So, see how we got like the sword here, and then this sword stands alone, and all the swords. And so it's like being divinely protected, is being able to use our sense of spidey senses, is a part of also being able to instinctually, intuitively, no, heal our instinctual self, because the instinctual self is the part that responds very quickly. And so the part of you that is always the part of you that wants to respond very quickly to something, is the same version of you that has to learn to step back before stepping in, right? Step back before stepping in. And I'm like, it's so much conflicting energy around you. There's so much kind of like, almost like, but this feels like, okay, this is like a big life lesson. And there's something to be learned from this that is teaching you about where we place trust. And so, pulling this up, and stop beating yourself up, and stop adding more, like stop being so angry at yourself. It happens, we're human. But how do I move on from here? Because it is the beginning of moving on from here. And so this is about being able to move on. And so the delays are kind of over. It's time for you to begin to move forward. We're close to an ending of all of this, and some sort of resolve, and some sort of completion. But You're not going to be the same person on the other side of this. You're not going to be so open, but you're not, those bridges are not going to just be there. It's not going to be so easy to accept, to access you, to access your energy. But the instinctual self is the part that has to kind of be healed, to step back, because so that you can trust the intuition. And it's like that response, to quickly respond. It's like when somebody just, you know, and I'll go right back to when I first came in and I said, if you get an email that says that it looks like it's from me, even if it's a video voice that says, oh, offering a reading for you, I have a message for you. You should use discernment, right? And just go, well, number one, Corrie never does that. That never happens. That's not anything she ever does. So that's not her. And so reaching out, investigating first, you got to ask a lot more questions and be a lot more, investigate a lot. And who do we ask those questions to? Sometimes we got to ask our higher self. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. If it's, something like that, it's sinister energy. And the world is so full of the sinister energy. So this is where you are, the 5, and this is the conflict. Who you have to pull out of the conflict is you have to pull you out of the conflict. You have to stop beating yourself up and being so hard on yourself and begin the process of forgiving yourself and healing and doing that healing work on a deeper level so that you can kind of free yourself of what you can't change, because you can't go back and change the situation now. The situation has happened. The situation is now, that part is now over. So that's the part that you have to forgive yourself for. See, so you didn't trust yourself. You didn't trust yourself. And I just want to tell anyone who owns a business, if you own a business, you can actually add on to your insurance now. You can actually add on cyber insurance. If you have a business and you work online, you can actually get cyber insurance. If you're in that's Canada. I'm thinking, I don't know what the US policy is, but yeah, if you're here in Canada, you can get that. So yeah, so Wendy, stop beating yourself up. That's it. Like, you have to pull you out of that part and just wrap yourself in the love that you need, because you would be loving and supporting someone else. So love and support yourself the same way you would love and support someone else to go through that. That's your message. All right. Miss Jules. Miss Jules. I'm going with Miss Jules next. Miss Jules. And Miss Jules is on YouTube. Miss Jules on YouTube. So now there's more people in here. I am going to, I'm thinking about, I taught a class. I taught a class last weekend or facilitated a Connecting to Spirit workshop. And I am contemplating possibly offering it online on either Sunday or Monday. It would, of course, be a charge, probably around 65-ish. So I'm thinking about offering it again. It would be like 2 hours or so. So if there's interest in it, then I will put it out there. So if you are interested, just comment that you would be interested, and I can make sure then that you know that it's coming up. Miss Jules. Oh, yay. See, that's an upside, Wendy. That's an upside. So I pulled the Seven of Air. And Miss Jules, I just got, sometimes timing is everything. So sometimes timing is everything. And sometimes it's just not the right time. So there is something that is either that you have been waiting on or something that's been like almost like you've been patiently waiting for or hoping for. And it's like, why hasn't it showed up? Or why isn't it here yet? Or why hasn't this happened? And so I just get that it is still in the works. Things are, it's got to, all the details are still being worked out. And that spirit's plan is sometimes greater than our own plan. And that our own plan, our own plans sometimes uh, don't include, we don't think of all of the little details, whereas spirit thinks of all of the little details. And so all of the little details that we try to put into our plans are maybe not enough. So I do feel like there is something in the works for you and something that it's on its way, but all the details have not worked out. But I also feel like the universe is kind of clearing space, Miss Jules, in your life, like kind of moving you away from either friends groups or people in your life that you may have always been connected to, and just moving you into new areas and new spaces. And it's a part of the evolution of you and a part of the growth, but moving you into a new direction. And that life is trying to move you a little bit, but ego tries to plant us in. And so sometimes ego tries to plant us into holding on to relationships or people in our lives or the way we think things should work out. But I feel like things are working out probably better than you could have imagined or created. And and so I did pull the Two of Water. And so this brings up a relationship. And sometimes that relationship is the relationship with yourself or the relationship with others. But it is about having to do the deep dive. And there is this kind of deep dive in that it is speaking of. And what's coming, and it's like not everything is to the surface, but everything is coming to the surface. And so there is some sort of positive change that comes from looking at by kind of getting to the root of anything that stands in the way, that anything that needs to be resolved, anything that needs to be healed, anything that needs time to work itself out. But things are working out for you and in your life. It just might not be working out on at your speed or the way that you want it to. But I feel like there's something kind of there's through challenging times or when we think things are not working out, there is a positive solution on the other side of everything. But it is some like, I do feel like in some of the relationships, and this could just simply be the relationship with you, it's about kind of clearing up the things that are like that need to be resolved. And so there is some issues or some healing of that are being resolved on a deeper level. And as they do, you're going to see like I feel like a quick turnaround. Like things are you're really being moved into a new direction and on a new path, and everything is bringing you into divine timing for you, Miss Jules. And I hope that helps you in some way. Ah, thank you, Sue, so much. And I was actually at Sue and Carla's store at Gypsy Road Healing, which is such an amazing place. And I loved being there. Oh, yes. So, MJ, that was on Sunday. That was just on Saturday, MJ. I actually taught a full workshop. So that was the one you missed was just the talk that I did, the mini one. So very helpful. Good. Been wanting to make big change. Oh no, see, divine timing doesn't run on our timing, Miss Jules. It's as things start to evolve within us, or as we make the changes within ourselves, making little tweaks that you need to make, or doing the little things that you've kind of put off or procrastinate. Do all the little things, and then all those big changes will take place. And that starts sometimes in our own thoughts, or in our mind and in our heart. um, and so it is, just know it's coming. Just know it's coming. I feel like maybe sooner than later, though. Okay. Angela. I'm not sure how to say your name, Angela. Gionetti? Is it Angela Gionetti? Is that how I'm sorry if I'm getting the last name wrong, but if you're still here, I'm going to choose you. Yeah, exactly. Right, Lindsay? Divine timing is the biggest patience lesson. It so is. It'll teach you everything about patience that you need to learn. um, Angela. Exactly. Be better than expected. Okay, I'm just gonna, I don't see Angela. If you're there, I will come back. Um Carlene. Carlene, I'm going to choose a card. I believe you're probably still, because are you still waiting for surgery? Carlene. Another card on the floor. Oh, something weird's going on my YouTube. Oh, okay, you're here. Okay, Angela, I'm coming back to you. I'll come back to you, Angela. And so I seen you just pop up. So hold on, Angela. You'll be next now. So the 9 of air came out. And the 9 of air does speak about how sometimes, we kind of lose faith, we're expecting the worst, or we're just, things are not working out the way that we think they are. It's that prophecy of what else can go wrong, blah, blah, blah. But maybe it is the way to something going right. Maybe sometimes the wait is the way to something going right, so that nothing goes wrong. And it's hard to see when we feel like things are going wrong, but the way, sometimes that wait is the way to things going right instead of things going wrong. It could be the aligning of the right energy, so that everyone is in the right energy, so the right people are there, so you're surrounded by the right energy, you have the right team to do the work, whatever it is. And it just feels like that, it's like this is not really the truth, but it's something that is playing out for us. And then I got the 3 of water, which tells me things are going to work out. And this is where the celebration card comes in. And it tells me there's going to be more to celebrate, and there's going to be something to celebrate, and that it is aligning. And the bottom of the deck, I felt like going to the bottom, is that this is like a great awakening card. And this year comes with great awakening. So everything is being highlighted, everything is coming up to bring about a big healing and a big sense of awareness. So it's a big shift that is happening, and a big shift happening within you. And that, and so, the temporary standstills, this is all temporary standstills. Things are on its way. We don't let the self prophecy of that happen. Is that they're telling you it's something is working out, and the angels are with you, the guides are with you, everyone is with you, and yeah, I feel like this is all just aligning to bring in all the right team, all the right support, all the things that you need, and making sure that everything is getting done for your highest good and for the best. And so that's what they're giving you. And I hope that aligns. Different specialist, different team. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you're being guided into the right hands, the right people, and yeah, the weight, that weight is because something is just aligning you to all of the right team, the right people, whatever that may be, but it just feels like everything is working out for the best for you. That's what we have for you. So, I'm holding those prayers for you and keeping you in those prayer circles. Hard on the head though. Yes. I can't even imagine. It's like where you're sitting right now. It's like, so the calmer you are, the more patient you are with yourself, and the more gentler and more compassionate you are with yourself, and just staying in that energy, I think is really helping you. Okay, Angela. Let's see. I'm shifting gears again. So, Angela, I'm going to go to my deck of the Everyday Goddess. I'm sending you prayers too, Judy. Absolutely. I'm going to light my circle in a few moments, and I will place you all back in the healing circle, in my prayer circle. Oh my God, Angela, every card in the deck came out. Okay, let's see. Hello from San Antonio, Texas. I was in San Antonio, in my early 30s. I love it there. Okay. So I pulled the Creator of World, and it's the Enchanted Alchemist. So, Angela, I feel like it's like the sense of there's a lot going on. And so I also pulled the Temptation card, Unity, of when we just feel like pulling away from all the good things and all the support that we have in the spirit world, or in the angelic world, or in the divine world, whatever it is for you. And in that place, and just saying, I'm just done. I'm tired of waiting. Nothing's working out, or it just feels like there's a lot of movement around you, a lot of energy around you. And so what the creative world says, she comes in the crone energy. And so, we are the masters of our own destiny in so many ways. And it's how we choose to show up. It's what we choose to get ourselves caught up in. And so the creative worlds is, this tree may be cut down, but it still has life in it, and it still can be used for something. And so when one story is ending, a new story is beginning. When we have experiences in our lives that are challenging, there's a little moth flying around. There's like, when we've had challenging experiences in life, or we've had those life lessons, is that what we sometimes learn from those life lessons can be the things that we turn into something more powerful. It can be something that empowers us. It can be something that it pushes us to go in a new direction. And it just feels like when we're scattered, it's hard for us to bring all the pieces together. And so all of these pieces, and all of these movement of pieces that are around you, I feel like there's a lot of other people's energies that are around you. And I just want to, it feels like I just wanted to push everyone else's energy aside. And it's so tempting. We lose ourselves in wanting to be available for everyone else, help everyone else, be there for everyone else. But sometimes you've got to be there for you. And you got to clear all of this out of the way so you can see what it is. What do I really need right now? What is it I need the most right now? What is it I'm trying to create? And so sometimes in our thoughts, we're trying to create things such as, oh, well, I just want to be able to help people and I just want to be able to help. And I'm like, how big is your list of people you're already helping? How big and how heavy is that list already? And if that list is already really heavy, is helping everyone else something that should be on your priority list? Or should you be more focusing on how do I help myself and how do I learn how to help myself so that I can be able to help other people, but not forget me? And so perspective of that would matter. And so we are the creator of our world. So we can create our own chaos. We can create our own drama. We can create all that by not being able to say no, not being able to, not being able to say no to places and people we need to, by keep allowing, people to have access to us that shouldn't have access to us, whatever that may be. But it's up to us to turn the story around. It's up to us to change the story. We hold our own light and we are responsible for our ability to fly, to make changes, our ability to be magical. It's all up to us, and it's up to us to take action. And so we're here to begin to take action towards some sort of change, and to not to be kind of breaking away from your divine connection or your connection to yourself and being so connected to everyone else that you're not connected to you. So it's a reminder for you to remember you and remember what those needs are and what it is that you need most right now, and to be able to turn that narrative and turn that story back around to make you as make you a priority in that experience. I know, I think you got a lot going on there, but that's what I have for you. There's a lot of other, like I said, there's a lot of energies pulling on you, or a lot of people needing you in a lot of directions. And I'm like, but you need you. You need you, and you need to be a priority as well. So that's what I have for you, Angela. Trish, my cousin's husband is recovering from a horrible accident in San Antonio. So strange that the city's name is mentioned today. Oh, wow. How crazy is that? We got someone from San Antonio, and we have Trish who lives here in Alberta, whose cousin was recovering from an accident. Wow. Huh. I'm sending prayers for him too. Um, okay. So I'm going to pull one more card, and then you are so very welcome, Angela. Just trying to say. Tomorrow morning, Carlene, is it tomorrow morning? Okay. So I'm going to actually, because Judy's going in for surgery tomorrow, so I'm going to pull a card for Judy. So Judy Pin, I'm going to pull a card for you. Let's see. Oh, I'm not, Shan, thank you for asking. But I'm not doing any mediumship tonight. I'm just pulling cards. I was just pulling a few cards, and I'm actually coming down, but I will on another, I do often on another night, or you can also book one-on-one sessions with me as well. But there are times I am coming in to do my mediumship, but I wasn't channeled in for that. I wasn't in the energy for that tonight. Okay, so I got, I pulled for you, Judy, and it's the card of confidence, and it's the page of fire. And it's just like being that sense of outgoing, creative, and it just feels like everything that I'm picking up for you around this is telling me that is that you have to really truly after recovering, during recovering, is about letting that very happy-go-lucky version of you, that very outgoing version of you, is the version of you that authentic, your original self, is the self that you have to fully allow to be seen, to come back, to be out, and um, to really live as that. Like something is really calling you to come through. Like I feel like this is kind of like um like like you're coming into your, I guess, your phoenix rising of where you're taking back your life and your power and just fully stepping up and letting yourself be seen and letting the world know you're available, that you're available. You're available for beautiful things, you're available for healthy relationships, you're available for the good things, and that this surgery and going through this is the begin is like it's the beginning of you kind of taking back that energy, like really taking back that power. And I pulled the two of air. And hmm, I just feel like this is about kind of what I'm getting here, and what I'm getting from the message is that sense of kind of when we have those conflicting thoughts in our head. Oh God, we got one of those friggin' spammers. But when we get stuck, see, it's in the energy on freaking spammers. So sometimes we get stuck in our head and we're unable to see. And so sometimes it's hard to make choices and decisions because somebody else's thoughts are still in your head. Somebody else's way they would have treated you is still in your head. And it just feels like you kind of taking back your power, your energy, and knowing who you are and what you bring, and getting back into that really original self and letting people back into your life, or having people come into your life that are worth having in your life. Um, I'm just banning that whole message. Um, and so, yeah, I got the troll. I caught that. Um, and so Judy, no, you're not a spammer. 80s lady, you're not a spammer. It was the golden arrow thing that's on Facebook that's showing up because I'm on both at the same time. Um, and so, um, And so, Judy, I just feel like there's still somebody else's thoughts of the past, like either somebody not talking very nicely to you, or kind of putting you down, or kind of making you doubt yourself and making you feel a little bit like not like yourself, or feeling like you had to change you. And it's like you're finally coming through all of that and really taking back your power and being you. And I do really feel like I'm getting this sense of, you go girl, like you got this, you can do this, you be all of you and be all of you everywhere, because the right people, all the right people love that about you, and it's the part of you that makes you shine and sparkle. So be that, and be that everywhere. And time to like clear out those, root them out and get them gone. Clear out those thoughts, other people's thoughts that are still in your head, that you believe are your own thoughts sometimes, but it's not. You just heard it on repeat over and over and over for so long that it has an effect on you. And it's like, no, that's not true. I don't believe that about myself anymore. Like, and I'm not hiding no more. I'm not like stepping back. I'm stepping into my light, and I'm stepping into my truth. And that's what I have for you. So I will end with a collective card for everyone. Don't answer the golden arrow, anyone. I'm just deleting that message. And I will be back to do other readings as well. This is just one of my lives. I just wanted to stop in and pull some cards, but I will be back. But my husband called me, and my husband's a truck driver. He's been on the road 5 or 6 days now, so he's supposed to be coming home. You are so welcome, Judy. So yeah, he did call, and I'm going to have to call him back and see what's happening. So I'm going to pull a collective card for everyone. Oh, I got a new tattoo, by the way. My Sid. So, everyone knows Sid passed. So on the weekend, while I was at the wellness thing in Alex, the beautiful women from um, the medical spa in Stettler were there doing like the little fine line tattoos, and she was doing like little tattoos, and this one was on the thing, and I decided to get this. So now I have little Sid and my little Leia. I didn't put one. I wanted it to be about all of them, all right here with me. That's my new tattoo. Big rebel. Okay, so we're going to end with life experiences. We have Archangel Shamiel here. And beautiful Archangel Shamiel does speak about major arcana, so life events, life changes, life experiences, and life experiences changes. And we're here for the life experiences, but we don't need them all. We don't need to find any more than we need to find, right? We don't need to search for more. And so there is a powerful shift in energy that is happening. And so it is really moving into a time of spreading our wings, about opening our minds, opening our hearts, and that life sometimes closes one door so it can open another for us. It moves us through our experience, and life is going to be moving us through. We're coming into that year of the snake as we're moving into the Lunar New Year. So in a Chinese astrology, we're in the year of the snake. And that is about flexibility. It's about shedding the skin and the layers. It's about shedding the old. It's really about, it can be about constraints. It can be about loyalty. It can be about so much, depending on your relationship to the Lunar New Year. So if you know nothing about your Chinese astrology, it's good to even look that up and see what you are in Chinese astrology and see how this year affects you. I'm the year of the pig. I'm a golden pig. And so there is many life experiences and life events and life changes, but everything is taking us somewhere, right? We all have the same destiny. Every one of us has the exact same destiny. We're all going the same way. We're all going the same direction, but there's many channels and many paths. And what we're here for is we're here to be alive. We're here to feel alive. We are here to more than just exist. We're here to live for life experiences and not to be shut down, not to be hiding, and not to be afraid to live. And we have so many fear stories that try to shut us down from living, but we are here to feel alive and to live. And so our biggest thing is to move from being afraid to live to shifting into being enthusiastic about feeling alive and moving and shifting into that energy. And it doesn't mean we get to escape. We're all going to have to experience life. We all get the good, bad, and the ugly, right? It hits us all. We all go through it. We just go through it at different stages and different times. And why? So we can support each other. So we all go through the same thing all the same time, so we can be there for each other. So the more compassion we can have, and the more, acceptance that we are all experiencing life differently, and we're all not going to agree to the same things, and we're all not here to live in the same in the same in the in I guess in the same story, is that we can understand that everyone is experiencing life a little bit differently, and that we all have to coexist and live here together. So compassion, kindness goes a long way. A water pig. Oh, cool. So cool. And here to spread love and kindness, right? Yeah, and that's it. Here to spread that love and that kindness. So thank you all for being here. And if you're new, welcome to my page. I hope you're following either on Facebook, YouTube. I am on TikTok. Occasionally I do videos in there. I'm not such a big fan of TikTok. Energy means everything to me. And of course, I am trying to get back in there. But YouTube and my Facebook are my two biggest pages. I always say that I create and I do the things to support the people who are already here and are following, and just always open to new people. And so yeah, this is as original as it gets. But you can purchase my work, my books, my cards. Everything is linked directly to my website. It is all available. And I do still do one-on-one online sessions, so you can book for those. And I have a new class coming up. So I have a 6-month mentorship program coming up that's in mediumship, and it is about the power. It's about the power of light and spirit and the connection to ourselves and to spirit out there. It's a whole new program. I have not taught this program before, and I heard the messages about it coming up, and so yeah, and so I'll be starting that February the 16th, and we do have an online academy called More Than Existing Academy of Higher Consciousness. And so you can go in and register in there, and you can get all the info as well, or on my other website. So that one's mteacademy.ca. And I will be starting that course in February. I'm so looking forward to it. It's new. It's different. And yeah, I don't know. I just can't wait to start teaching it. Thank you so much, and many blessings. And Carlene, and Judy, I know you're both going through you're both going through surgeries. So I am just sending you all so much love. And yeah, so thank you. Thank you for being here. Next time, yes, next time I'll be back. Come back again and join me again for another live. And if you're on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I send you, and if you're not, get on there. Much love. Bye-bye. I can't get out.